You read the title right. It took me this long, this many years, for me to play Grand Theft Auto 5. And those of you watching may be wondering why, especially considering that Grand Theft Auto 6 is just around the corner. I don't buy the newest console when they release. I don't have a PlayStation 5, I have a PlayStation 4, and this PlayStation 4 was given to me by a friend whose ex-boyfriend left his PlayStation 4 at the house and they didn't really want it anymore. I'm sorry for the sob story, but it is the reason as to why I own a PlayStation 4. And if I'm being honest with you, I would have never purchased one otherwise. But that means now I can experience one of the greatest video games of all times. And I want to talk about it because I have a lot of things I want to say about it. I didn't think I was going to make a video on Grand Theft Auto 5. Usually I play San Andreas and just kill cops for fun, which I already have 2 videos of me doing on this channel already. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. I understand why Grand Theft Auto 5 is so much fun. It is a well-made video game from start to finish. It's not perfect. It definitely has its flaws, which I'll talk about in the video. Speaking of flaws, I'm just gonna get the gameplay part of this out of the way right now because I don't have too much really to say about it other than it is really well designed. The aiming could be better, but it's pretty good for the most part, and I really don't care for the minor turbulence mission. And I've also noticed that there's a smaller cheat code roster than there is in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm also not going to be engaging in Grand Theft Auto Online, especially considering that Grand Theft Auto 6 is where all the players are going to be. But I do like people on YouTube talking about Grand Theft Auto Online, especially with the roleplay and the DLC with all of the extra missions. So at least from a spectator point of view, it is interesting and engaging, but I'm not myself going to participate in Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't think that's really for me, and I don't really have the money to drop on something like that. But for the most part, Grand Theft Auto 5 is very cathartic. It is fun to just drive around and shoot cops and get cool cars and blow shit up. I mean, it's just a good time all around. But okay, let's talk about the story because that's what I'm itching to talk about. The story is what I'm mostly interested in here. It begins immediately at a level 11. We're in North Yankton, involved in a fucking heist from the get-go. Michael, Trevor, and Brad. During their getaway, Brad gets shot.
The fucking bed! Someone must have fucking talk!
And so does Michael. It's important to note that while Trevor makes his escape from this whole scenario, he is led to believe that Michael is dead and that Brad is in prison. This entire prologue and the role of Dave Norton is going to be extremely important throughout the entirety of the video game. Everything we've gone over so far takes place in the year of 2004, which we jump to the year of 2013, the year that this game comes out. Somehow Michael is still alive and he's in Los Santos, a parody of the real-life Los Angeles. And I gotta say, for the most part, it's a pretty solid parody of Los Angeles. It's not one-to-one or anything. I don't think that was the intention of Rockstar here. But I've lived most of my entire life in Los Angeles, and I gotta say, it definitely captures the vibe of what it is like to live in Los Angeles, especially all of the neighborhoods across LA County. Unlike another video game, but I already talked about that in a separate video, we're introduced to Franklin and his friend Lamar. And just to avoid repeating myself several times, these are the 3 playable characters throughout the game. Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. Lamar is really cool, but you don't get to play as him at all.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
Franklin and Lamar are in the repossession business. They work for this Armenian businessman by the name of Simeon. Simeon is all about selling cars to people who clearly can't afford it.
I understand. Money is an issue, eh?
Money isn't an issue.
This is the best part. Watch this when he reel him in. He gonna get all his full money. Watch this.
Franklin shares his house with his aunt, who I believe is supposed to be like a feminist punching bag, given that this came out in the mid-2010s, during the height of the Gamergate era. I'm not gonna spend any more time on this character. It's kind of cringe looking back on it with hindsight in 2026. Regardless of the narrative intent, the important part is that Franklin doesn't really like his aunt. As a matter of fact, he doesn't like Simeon either. And despite being friends, he doesn't really like Lamar either.
Hey, excuse me, homie. Can you tell me where Berto's beach house is?
No, homie, I cannot.
Man, won't you come on? Fuck.
Actually, yeah. It's that house right there with the yellow stairs.
Yeah. Good looking out, homie. Appreciate it.
Man, get your stupid ass on. Damn. Why don't you ask him if he knows the fucking owner? Or better yet, do some skywriting that reads there's a couple niggas here about to boost some cars in case somebody didn't realize.
Even though Franklin and Lamar are constantly working together, their dynamic is always in conflict with each other. And I think that's because they have very different outlooks on life. They're both involved in hustling in various different ways, whether it be a drug deal or a heist, but Lamar is focused more on staying true to the community, while Franklin is of the mindset of the bootstrapped, upward mobility. I'm white as hell, so I'm not really sure if I'm qualified to weigh in on all of this stuff. So I'm just gonna recommend this video that goes further in depth into the dynamics of Franklin as a character overall. I do have more to say about Franklin, but I'll leave that for later. Eventually, Franklin repossesses a car that happens to be in Michael's house. This is where the two get formally acquainted with each other.
That's a 9mm semi-automatic pushed against your skull. Well, look around. You just keep driving where you're going.
Hey, come on, man. This was a repo job.
Earlier, Michael's son Jimmy was manipulated into buying a car in which he could not afford. Franklin is just repossessing the car, and Michael forces Franklin to run the car into the shop, which basically means that Franklin is unemployed. We enter Michael, who reminds me a lot of my grandfather for some reason. Michael lives in a really fucking nice house in Rockford Hills, which I believe is supposed to be a parody of Beverly Hills. His family is just fucking awful. There is not a single character in his family that I like.
Dude, do you even have a penis? Or are you one of those who born without genitals?
His chakras are completely blocked. Don't worry about him.
You're such a fucking dictator!
Go watch porn, just go away.
Shit.
Fuck you! What the fuck?
Hey, man, change. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Come on, sweetheart. Take me out of here.
Dad, you're embarrassing me. These are my friends.
Yeah, you're embarrassing her, dude.
Why don't you hit me?
Is that what you want, to be hit by your son?
Yeah!
Why the fuck not?
He is not staying the night. He's a bum.
Your sexual energies have been blocked for too long. Back into my pelvis. Back. Back. Yes, there.
Michael is a bit of a washed-up retired criminal, a big fan of old-school country western films. He is rich as hell and very unhappy, hopelessly nostalgic to a debilitating fault.
Well, and today's lesson's all about humility. Tomorrow we'll try a training montage.
A training what?
Nothing. I was just lost in an 80s movie fantasy.
Yeah, I can see you spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, as much as I can.
So that's why you here in Vinewood then, right?
Maybe I'm here because I'm just an idiot who thinks that imported palm trees are a good substitute for not really knowing what the fuck you're doing on this earth.
And for a little while, Michael just makes Franklin do a bunch of crazy-ass fucking favors for him, making Franklin risk his life to save his stupid-ass son Jimmy. You know that music video from The Offspring called Pretty Fly for a White Guy? That's what Jimmy is. Jimmy is the person that song is about.
Yo, so like, since we're both unemployed, like, we could run together, you know?
Yeah, I think about it, homie.
Or we could just like shoppy, you know? Play darts or get our drink on. Strip clubs. Come on, dude, I get real crazy.
Yeah, I got your number, shit. I need it, man. But hey, you know what? Man, go easy on your pops, dog. All right?
All right, church.
Exactly, man.
My brother from another mother.
I've been a lot of things before, but I've never been a giant cracker.
In between the missions with Michael, Franklin will help Lamar with his own series of activities.
Hey, ain't there a law against you mark-ass gangsters, insignia, mask-wearing motherfuckers?
Oh, so what's up now, nigga? You snitching or something, nigga?
Oh, shit.
Bitch-ass nigga.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm out of here. Fuck y'all,
Get that nigga. Come on, let's go.
During one visit to Michael's house, Franklin runs into this tennis coach, and it's been revealed that Michael's wife, Amanda, has been bunking with this tennis coach. Michael, carpooling with Franklin, goes to the extreme, using his truck to tear down the summer house that the tennis coach is hiding in. Unfortunately, that house did not belong to the tennis coach. It belonged to Martin Madrazo.
Now maybe give him a little of a background.
Man, Mr. Madrazo is a legitimate businessman who was wrongfully accused of running a Mexican-American gang and a narcotic ring, but the charges were dropped because of the witnesses came up missing.
Smart kid.
Yeah, any guesses as to how that fucking happened? Also, Franklin does something in this scene that really pissed me off.
I know who you are. I know where you live. Who are you?
I'm Franklin.
License.
Why the hell did you do that? The only reason I can think of is maybe that he didn't want to escalate the situation, but I still wouldn't give your fucking license to Martin Madrazo of all people. So Michael gets his ass beat by Martin, and he has to pay Martin Madrazo to rebuild that summer house. Michael's clearly in a pickle, so he calls upon his old friend, Lester.
You need my help.
How do you know?
Because you came here. Why else would you?
I haven't been a good friend for you, Lester. I know that.
After doing a favor for Lester, which involves literally blowing up the ear of a CEO.
Oh! Oh, Jesus!
Lester agrees to help Michael, using his computer smarts to set up a heist to raise money to pay Martin Madrazo. And they have their eyes set on a jewelry store. After scoping out the area, they decide to recruit Franklin for this job. Speaking of Franklin, we're introduced to this new character called Stretch, who was released from prison, had a lot of influence on Lamar, and you guessed it, Franklin does not like him either.
Damn, man. I gotta spend my day with another middle-aged fool trying to recapture his youth.
I mean, doesn't that also describe Michael? Michael's not exactly the best role model either, especially by Franklin's own standards. At this point in the story, Michael's own family does not respect him, so it just doesn't make sense as to why he treats Stretch differently.
Missed you, dawg.
Oh, you miss me, huh?
Nah, I ain't missed you. Your ass could have stayed gone for good. So I fucked your girl, mugged your moms, and better yet, I ain't thought about your ass in years.
Ha ha, you got jokes now, huh?
Not that I'm saying that Stretch is trustworthy or anything, as it turns out that they get involved in a drug deal that ends up being a setup.
Yeah. Somebody see? They putting a nigga on TV, man, about some gang intervention shit. Hey, this ain't the police, dawg. This some ballers bullshit.
Nigga, that's some bullshit.
Fuck you. Hey, we been set up, nigga. This shit fucked up.
You, nigga.
Shit, oh bitch ass ballers.
This is one of those few moments where I'm like, yeah, I kinda get why Franklin doesn't trust Lamar. Even though Franklin's not above doing a drug deal, Lamar is just not responsible on this front. Anyway, the big day is here where they rob a fucking jewelry store. I prefer to just throw a gas canister into the air vent. It's just way easier. And I don't know what it is, but there's just something so satisfying about breaking the display case, stealing millions of dollars of jewelry. And I'm just gonna say, like, god damn it, they did a great job with this game. Like, running from the cops even, like, oh god, they did such a great job. And after a successful heist, Franklin and Michael celebrate. But remember this asshole?
Davey! Long time no see.
And what about Trevor? If that realizes, finds out you're alive, you are D-O-N-E fucked!
Hey, don't worry about Trevor. Trevor's dead.
Trevor's very not dead, and based on a news report about the jewelry store heist, he begins to speculate as to whether or not Michael died in 2004 at North Yankton. I'm just gonna say this right now. Trevor is my least favorite character in the entire game. There's a lot of reasons to feel at least a little sympathetic for Trevor throughout the story of this game, but he makes that so hard to do. Trevor is an entrepreneur who owns a business called Trevor Phillips Industries, and he's based out in Sandy Shores, a massive rural desert town next to a lake. From what I could tell, Trevor Phillips Industries sells guns and drugs, and as a result, he's always getting into turf wars with hillbillies hillbilly inbreds like the O'Neill brothers. He's got beef with the biker gang, and he has crossed the Chang family, who are members of the Los Santos Triad. Trevor is all about making sure that his business is the one doing the weapons and drug trade in the area. He wants no competition. He wants a monopoly, and he's gonna fucking kill you in order to achieve that goal. Trevor is a goddamn menace who is abusive to his own friends.
Wait, you little shit. Whoa. Hey, Michael fucking Townley, right? Bitch wife, 2 kids, 45, find him?
Los Santos is a big place, Trevor. There's lots of people.
You are fucking useless! Huh? Find out who did that fucking robbery, all right? And if Michael Townley lives there, or anyone matching his description, I'm gonna kill you and your fucking cousin! Am I being clear now?
Yes, Trevor.
Thank you, Wade. Now smile. Yeah, right? That's better.
If you already hate Trevor alongside with me, you haven't seen anything yet. He actually just gets worse. He's like Sanji from One Piece, basically. Sanji is like a little annoying at first, but then he gets progressively worse, and then, well, if you know, you know. That's essentially what Trevor is like. He's a piece of shit who continuously gets worse and worse throughout the game.
I think that was adequate restitution for my impotent rage statue.
That was a mighty fine statue, Trev.
That was a mighty fine piece of plastic shit. But there is no price for emotional attachment. I mean, you might forego your cut to alleviate my heartache.
I might? Yeah, I mean, I will. Good idea.
While he's bullying literally everybody, he's also bullying Wade, who was tasked to go look for Michael. Back when Trevor knew him in 2004, Michael went by Michael Townley. But with his new cushy life in Los Santos, he goes by Michael DeSanta. Trevor, while bullying Wade, begins to realize this variable, and it begins to open a lot of additional questions for him.
So, Michael, this is where dead men come back to life, huh?
It's been nearly 10 years. But you'll keep for another day or so, huh, old friend? You motherfucking fuck! I grieved for you! You weren't even fucking dead. You were my best friend. Well, guess who's coming to shit on your doorstep, you fuck!
But before Trevor could shit on Michael's doorstep, he decides to shit on Floyd's doorstep. Floyd is a unionized longshoreman, and we'll talk more about him later in the video, but just know that Trevor is gonna do everything in his power to make his life a living hell as well. It's a normal day in the DeSanta family where everybody is just fucking fighting with each other, and suddenly Trevor shows up out of nowhere, and everybody grows quiet.
Trevor? Michael.
Hey, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I bet it is.
This scene is so tense that you could cut it with a knife.
Dave!
We need to talk.
I was about to tell you the same thing.
Okay. Meet me at Galileo Observatory as soon as you can get there.
One of the fundamental things about Grand Theft Auto V's story is the dynamic between Dave Norton and Michael DeSanta. In the public eye, Dave Norton is seen as the hero who took out Michael, Trevor, and Brad at North Yankton in 2004. However, Michael got pretty much a sweetheart deal and landed in the Witness Protection Program. This explains why Michael and his family changed their last name and decided to live in Los Santos. We'll talk more about the explicit details later, but right now the important part is that Dave Norton basically forces Michael to do him a bunch of favors. And honestly, I hate it. It's horrible. I hate the fact that Michael has to work for the FIB, which is a parody of the FBI. This forces Michael to come out to Franklin on a lot of his dirty laundry.
What the fuck is going on?
I told you I know people, feds, who looked after me when I retired.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I think I did. I don't know. Shit, Jesus Christ, Franklin. I got so many stories, I can't even keep them straight. I'm full of shit.
Yeah, but your full of shit got me a lot of paper.
This clown, he's an okay guy, fucking cocksucker. We did a deal a long time ago. Didn't go quite the way it was supposed to go. Wrong guy got killed. So I had to go into kind of an informal witness protection program. He helped me. I didn't reveal secrets of his, and everything was cool. Problems started when recently I became unretired. I mean, he shows up, starts calling in favors, telling me to do shit. I mean, look, Franklin, I'm working for the fucking feds.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, fuck, man, yeah, and that ain't even the worst part. Did I ever tell you about Trevor?
After some more family drama, Michael takes his son Jimmy out to Burger Shot to do a drug deal. And Jimmy literally spikes his own father's drink.
I gotta stop. Oh, what was in there? It's harmless. Vets have been using it for decades. You anesthetize me? You fucking protecting you from yourself. Also, I took money from your bank account and I'm moving out. All right? You're too crazy, Dad. Goodbye. Jimmy!
What the actual fuck? This puts Michael into a trance, a long-term drug trip, and I feel really bad for him. Even if he is a piece of shit, it's just so messed up that his own son would spike his drink like that. Like father, like son, I suppose.
And then Jimmy said you took drugs while driving him in your car.
Of course Jimmy lied to his mom. Gotta work for the feds again because the feds need more funding and they're in competition with another agency. And let's get Franklin and Trevor on board with these missions because that's not gonna cause any fucking problems later in the story. Have you ever wanted to just, I don't know, torture someone? I have looked online and I can't find a single person who actually takes pleasure in torturing this dude. But it's literally a mission and Trevor takes great pleasure in participating in it. This particular mission here isn't too important, but it's the first time that Trevor, Franklin, and Lamar work together.
I'm fucking new in town. I'm making friends, all right? Now let's party.
Look, I had plans on getting some rest until this clown and my aunt came and fucked that up.
My nigga, I just came over here to holler at you about the little thing.
Man, I said I'm tired, dawg.
What fucking thing? I love things.
They do a drug deal in Grove Street, and I shit you not, I thought that this was the Carl Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But alas, we're not given any confirmation on that front. And with anything that Lamar puts together, it ends up being a fucking setup. Only this time, fucking Trevor is involved. Afterwards, Trevor takes interest in Floyd's place of work, being the docks. He does a little bit of investigation into the private militia called Merryweather, a contract company that sells their services to the government and has a litany of corporate scandals. Floyd, a worker at the docks, gets beaten up by the Merryweather folks, and Trevor steals a briefcase when nobody is looking. This is when Trevor devises a heist against the Merryweather Corporation. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to skip a majority of the missions where Franklin does a bunch of assassination favors for Lester, but I will say that I like doing these, and it gave Franklin a bitchin' new house to stay in. Trevor steals a submarine, and Trevor gets everybody involved on the heist. At this point, it's pretty fucking standard. You do a bunch of missions, and then eventually you set up a heist, and then you do the heist. That's pretty much the structure of the game right now.
So you mean to tell me this shit was all for nothing? Man, it's the hood all over again.
Do you think Trevor knows what the fuck you're talking about? Time to do more favors for the federal government again. But this time, Michael's gonna meet a fancy rich guy that's richer and fancier than he is. Meet Devin Weston, a real smug piece of shit.
And I got a job for you, bro. 5 top quality scores, big ticket cars, major payday, bro.
Sounds great.
Keep what he just said in the back of your mind.
Major payday, bro.
And thus Michael runs off to go tell Franklin about this major payday, bro. But for some reason, they gotta involve Trevor in all of this bullshit. Franklin challenges 2 wealthy millennials to a race, while Trevor and Michael are impersonating police officers. That actually might be worse than being real police officers.
Whoa, hey, stay in the car there, homeboy.
Ugh, god damn. Very bad vibes all around. And I think what makes this even worse is the fact that they're impersonating police officers so that they can get 5 cars delivered to a very wealthy man. A wealthy man who probably could afford these cars if he wanted to. Devin Weston gets Michael involved with a movie director named Solomon, and Solomon, say it with me, makes Michael do a bunch of favors for him.
Milton here has a little something he wants to say to you. Say it.
I just want to say that I'm sorry for any misunderstanding, sir, and I appreciate all the opportunities that you've given me.
Of course, of course. Michael, what can I say? You're a natural. I love you.
Oh, you're too kind.
No, I mean it. I don't mean to presume, but would it be okay if I gave you a shout? This shoot seems cursed for some reason or another. I need an associate producer.
I'd love that.
Meanwhile, Franklin and Trevor steal yet another car for Devin Weston.
You know, if this beauty was a woman, I'd have to break my 20 and under rule.
Michael and Trevor meet up with Martin Madrazo again, but this time they get introduced to his wife, Patricia. This time, a chummier Martin Madrazo asks Michael and Trevor to do something for him. Martin Madrazo is still a piece of shit, by the way.
You still want the drink?
Not now! Pendeja! ¿Qué no ves que estoy hablando con las gentes aquí?
After doing the hit, Michael gets a call from Trevor, and Trevor reveals that he kidnapped Patricia, Martin Madrazo's wife. When I first encountered this scene, I was not sure what his intentions were, but I'll just say right now, they're not as bad as I thought they were gonna be.
Listen, beautiful. You know, I'm sorry about everything that's happened, and I can't guarantee no harm's gonna come to you. I might have to chop you up into little pieces before spraying your pulp mess down the drain, but I really hope it doesn't come to that.
I appreciate your honesty. You are a good man.
This has to be Stockholm Syndrome, and to be clear, I'm not justifying Trevor kidnapping Patricia. I'm just saying it could have gone way worse. It was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Meanwhile, Franklin is stealing yet another car, this time from a movie studio.
You know what the irony is? I'm a major shareholder in that same studio, so what we just did is practically legal.
Then buy your own fucking car, asshole. Also, Lamar is here and wants in on this Devin Weston business.
You looking for gainful employment, homie?
Hell yeah, I'm always trying to get some motherfucking paper.
Just the type of guy I like to work with. Predictable. Hey, we could bring your boy here in on the last part of the shipment.
After Trevor and Michael have a long, heated argument, we're reminded that the FIB still exists and we still have to do bullshit for them.
I'm sorry, but we've got a problem. Government funding thing. We need you to investigate a research lab upstate.
It's about terrorism, the big one, nerve gas, biological terror.
And the other problem is they can't speak in full sentences. But Michael and Trevor are so broke that they need to go do another heist just to do this operation. So they recruit Lester to go look into a bank in Paleto Bay. And as they're about to devise a plan for the heist, Trevor says something that shakes Michael's world.
We're going to Paleto Bay, and we're gonna do this thing. Any questions? Comments?
Yeah. Miss Brad, that crazy motherfucker was with us now. He would have loved this. Instead, he's got to enjoy himself molesting white-collar criminals in a federal penitentiary.
Yeah, the federal penitentiary. That's exactly where Brad is sitting right now. This particular heist goes from 0 to $1 million in a matter of seconds. And all of this is to fund a separate favor that the federal government asked of our protagonist characters. After a fucking train robbery, Michael and Trevor get into yet another argument, but this time it has to do with Trevor's romantic interest with Patricia.
Perfect.
Perfect for fucking what?
For squaring things with that Mexican psycho. We give him this, and you end your relationship with that little lady. Maybe we won't be Deadman in Los Santos.
I don't fucking see that Silicon City again. It'll be too soon. But this is my job, not your call to make.
Nah, your job. Fuck things up with the Mexican to begin with.
My job, my score, get your own!
And then Michael activates his trap card.
Wait, you give me that case, I'll give you something bigger.
Oh. What?
Union Depository.
Literally the biggest heist in the entire game.
Come on, T. You remember the dreams? Couple kids pulling jobs, the big one. I know it sounded crazy back then, huh? But hey, you and me together again. With Lester and Franklin on board, we can do this thing, T. This ain't no dream no more.
I haven't spent a lot of time criticizing Michael, but yeah, he's kind of fucking manipulative. And the extremely toxic way that his family behaves is definitely a byproduct of how he raised them. But Trevor begrudgingly complies with Michael's proposal. Now it's time to do the operation that the FIB asked of our protagonist characters that we robbed the entire Paleto Bay bank for. I don't know if I could live my life being coerced to serve the federal government like that. I think I'd rather just be executed. But Trevor makes good on his promise and returns Patricia to Martin Madrazo. I'm glad that she wasn't hurt throughout this whole thing. In fact, it was Martin Madrazo who lost his ear because he was an abusive piece of shit to her.
Yeah, otherwise, The other ear! Of course!
Probably the only W I'm giving to Trevor in this entire game. And I'm still kind of hesitant on giving him that W. He literally kidnapped her. Like, what the fuck? And he's about to lose that W because he literally storms into Floyd's apartment unannounced, terrorizing both Floyd and his wife, Deborah. And he fucking murders them.
Oh, hey there, Trevor.
Hey there, Wade.
Did you meet Deborah?
And then Trevor and Wade terrorize a strip club, killing their boss, essentially taking over the entire establishment. Our protagonist characters are scoping out the Union Depository, basically a central bank in Los Santos that essentially holds the gold reserves in the entire country. If I had to guess, Union Depository is a parody of Union Bank, which was a real-life bank that did exist that was headquartered in Los Angeles. See, I know my shit. Trevor meets Michael at his house, and once again, they get into a heated argument. But this particular argument that they have is a pivotal moment in the entire story.
Let me just ask you something, all right? Something I've been thinking about. Up in North Yankton, exactly who was buried in your place?
I never gave it any thought.
You know what I'm thinking?
I had no clue.
You treacherous piece of shit! You're fucking dead! You're fucking dead!
Fuck.
Trevor! Hey! T!
Shit! Davey! Shit, he knows! I think he knows!
And on a fucking whim, both Trevor and Michael fly their asses back to North Yankton to uncover the tombstone of where quote-unquote Michael Townley is supposed to be buried.
How long are you gonna keep lying for, Mikey, huh? When's it gonna stop? What happens in the dark comes out in the light.
I'll give it a rest, Trevor. There's nothing there! This is it.
Moment of truth. As if I didn't know. Brad!
Let's do a quick recap. Prior to the heist in 2004, Michael communicated with the federal government. Dave Norton, this sad little piggy, was supposed to kill Trevor, but he ended up killing Brad instead, who tragically stood in the crosshairs. Michael also got shot, but he survived. Ever since this day, Trevor believed wholeheartedly that Michael was dead and that Brad was in prison. As much as I don't like Trevor, Michael is a fucking snitch. Michael is the reason why Brad is dead, even though Trevor was the target. And as a result, Michael gets to live this big, cushy life in Rockford Hills. A life in which, honestly, he does not really deserve. He got to this point in his life because he betrayed his friends. Even if I hate Trevor's guts, I can at least say that Trevor is absolutely within the right to utterly resent Michael. Their confrontation gets interrupted by the Chinese mob, and Michael gets kidnapped while Trevor flies his ass home without a care in the world.
We have your lover.
Whoa, 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 whoa. My lover?
Michael DeSanta. You live in your trailer together with the maid, and then you were alone in that big house. Well, you're clearly very close. You know, how much will you give up for his safety?
My lover! Yeah, right! That's a tough break. I never want to double-cross a friend and put him in danger, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Back in Los Santos, Trevor, Lamar, and Franklin finally get all of the cars together to deliver to Devin Weston.
Hello, Franklin.
Yeah, where Devin at? Somewhere meditating or ripping somebody off?
In light of the drama your efforts caused, we felt it was not perhaps the best idea for you two to be seen together for a while.
Where's the money?
Mr. Weston is one of the most brilliant investors the world has ever known. He's obviously a maverick, but he's also rigorous in his research.
Yeah, he may be brilliant. Look, let me be the first to tell you. He ain't gonna fall in love with your ass. Now where the fuck is my money?
The best thing that could have happened to you in the situation has happened.
Major payday, bro.
Which is a polite way of saying I'm getting robbed.
Later, Trevor and Franklin meet at his aunt's house.
Oh, my N-word.
And Trevor reveals to Franklin that Michael is being held captive. Franklin, being a real one, risks his life to save Michael.
Hey, it's Franklin, coming over to play.
After Franklin takes Michael home, Franklin asks a pretty fair question.
What the fuck happened up there?
I said, Trevor went crazy, tried to kill me, I got jumped by the Chinese.
Man, before all that, I'm talking about the feds. Trevor, this guy Brad, man.
I know what you meant. All right, look, I made a judgment call. I don't know if it was the right one. I did what I thought I had to do. I had a young family, Franklin. I was running with a crew of crazy motherfuckers with nothing to lose. I saw an out, a future for me, for my family. I took it.
You took it? Man, you burned every motherfucker you've ever known.
It was that or die. Look, I know it sounds cold. I don't expect you to understand it. Not yet, but you will. When you got ties of your own. Look, you wake up one day and your legs, they just give. You just can't run anymore.
All right, man, look. You watch your back, all right? When Trevor finds out you're still alive, I don't know what the fuck he gonna do.
Don't worry about Trevor. He's not gonna get near me. Hey, you watch your back.
Excuse me? He just saved your fucking life. Are you kidding me? Eventually, Jimmy comes back home and apologizes to his dad for spiking his drink and then reunites his dad with his entire family.
Give it up, Michael. The sarcasm. It's one of the reasons I moved out. It's beneath you.
No, it's not, Amanda. Trust me. Nothing's beneath me.
No, normally there's a whore beneath you.
You know, for someone who spends every waking moment working on themselves inside and out, I gotta tell you, the progress has been really fucking slow.
And just in case you needed more sexy bootlicking action, our favorite federal agents Dave Norton and Steve Haynes ask our protagonist characters to invade the federal government?
He told us that if we do what you say, then together we can take down the big bad wolf that is government corruption.
Yeah, and if you don't, we're all gonna fry, because the agency's onto us. I've even got some fools in our own bureau that are questioning my methods. Think I'm a liar, a cheater, some kind of a killer and a thief.
So?
Meanwhile, the massive payday bro guy, Devin Weston, decides to screw over the movie director Solomon and everybody else who works at the movie studio.
The movie's nearly done, so if the plug's pulled now, the investors, meaning us, get a massive insurance payout. Meanwhile, I can use that to get the other major shareholder, the old bastard's idiot son, to agree to tear this relic down and let me redevelop the area for condos. And in this economy, the city's gonna let me build tax-free. I might even get some rebates. It is a brilliant thing, and it is all thanks to you and Molly's eye for the details of the insurance policy.
So Molly steals the negatives of the film that Solomon Richards and Michael were working on, so Michael goes on a high-speed ass chase only for Molly to get sucked into a plane engine and thus dies. Meanwhile, Michael is expecting closure on Dave Norton's relationship with him, but unfortunately Dave Norton, Steve Haynes, and the entire federal government and Merriweather are all there ready to fuck shit up. But don't worry, assholes, because Trevor is here to save the day. And you know what that means? Trevor and Michael are gonna be in on the big score.
Listen, Trevor, listen, I've been meaning...
I've been meaning to tell you, What, homie? What have you been meaning to tell me, huh? That you stabbed me in the back, or that you were, and always will be, a worthless wretch who deserves to be put under.
Yeah, well, what the fuck did you come back for?
Oh, you know why.
No.
One last score. Mm-hmm. And if it goes good, guess what? I don't have to put a little bullet in your head.
So Michael and Trevor begrudgingly gets Lester to make arrangements to finally do the big score. In the meantime, Franklin's ex-girlfriend, who we don't really get to see until now, she's only merely mentioned throughout the story, informs Franklin that Lamar is in deep shit on the literal opposite side of the fucking map, and we gotta go save him. After we save him, Franklin and Lamar argue again, and the fucking feds—
Oh! What's up, playa?
—are demanding that a very annoyed Franklin go kill Trevor.
When the timing's right, you're gonna take old Trevor and put him out to pasture, homie.
Man, Trevor saved you. He saved both y'all asses.
And it's unfortunate.
Hey, when we give you the word, you're gonna do this thing.
And now Michael is a fucking celebrity. Having worked on a movie with Solomon Richards, Devin Weston is here too.
Such a pleasure working with you. You see, I was here, unlike your wife. Seems to be stuck at home.
You twisted fuck! You're a dead man!
Devin Weston literally had his Merryweather private militia invade Michael's home. And as serious as this entire scene is, you gotta appreciate this part right here, where Jimmy whacks the Merryweather agent with a bong and then accidentally teabags his dad.
Get the fuck off me! I thought I was on that guy!
Michael and his family are very understandably not cool right now. They're very on edge. But today's the big day where everybody does the big score, and oh boy, you're all dressed like cops again. But hey, these cops can carry a fuck ton of gold, and Trevor seems happy about it. Everything is going great. And after evading the feds, our protagonist characters essentially have to lay low for a little while. But not after a fucking heated argument.
It's gonna be a few days before Judas here shows his true colors.
Really? Now?
Yeah, now, sugar.
Why don't you take a moment while you're sitting on that big fat pile of cash to chill the fuck out and realize what's done is done?
Whatever you say.
Well, this is a good time.
That's his fucking
fuck you, man!
Hey! For a couple of Midwest stick-up artists, you guys sure have become a pair of whiny West Coast douchebags!
What the fuck is wrong with the West Coast?
Oh, nothing. I love it here. Everyone's so numbed by the sun that if you use a 3-syllable word, they think you're a professor.
Man, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, you high and mighty weasel!
Now here comes the part I've been waiting to talk about for the longest time while making this video. Devin Weston, this capitalist piece of shit, tells Franklin to kill Michael, just like how the federal agents want him to kill Trevor. And so now we need to talk about the literal end of the game. You are presented with 3 options: kill Trevor, kill Michael, or the so-called death wish option. Before I tell y'all what I ended up choosing, I want to talk about my general feelings on both Trevor and Michael. I have said before that I just don't like Trevor. Trevor is somebody who pretends to care about other people at a performative level, but then he'll step on others when the opportunity presents itself. Not to mention, there is a reason why I was genuinely concerned for Patricia's well-being when he kidnapped her.
There's 2 Michael Townleys living in LS. One is 83 and the other one is at kindergarten. I asked the teacher to put him on the phone just to be safe, but she threatened to call the cops. I ain't no molester, Trevor.
Shut up before I molest you, all right? And you!
Pants off.
Okay.
He died a noble death, bringing great joy to a lonely man.
I ain't got a very big penis. Some girls laugh when they look at it.
Wow. Show me. Show me!
No, I don't want to. No.
Mine ain't nothing special.
I understand that his intentions were to protect Patricia from a domestically abusive situation, but she definitely experienced symptoms of Stockholm Syndrome while being in his captivity. Trevor is an abusive person, not just to her, but also to his friends. Not to mention, there were 2 instances where I've caught him using his mental illnesses to justify his abusive behavior.
I want you to leave now!
Look, this is all I've got, all right? I had a tough upbringing. My daddy was not nice to me.
The second instance where he weaponizes his mental illness is when he falls. Franklin has a chuckle and he overreacts to such an extreme degree. Franklin, being the most level-headed character in this game, does the impossible by trying to de-escalate Trevor.
Look, how about this, man? Calm down. It was funny at first, man. I made a mistake. Unfortunately, man, you failed. It was funny, all right? I apologize.
Holy fuck, I'm impressed with how well he handled that.
I accept your apology. Okay? All right, so let's hug it out. Right? You're
So
fucking
funny,
gotcha!
huh?
Oh, fuck! No, I'm not funny. I'm a fucking asshole! Oh, fuck! I had a difficult childhood.
I'm not going to speculate on Trevor's mental illnesses because I don't know Trevor's childhood and his lore. I think it's fair to be sympathetic to Trevor's upbringing, especially if it was a rough one, but such empathy should not be extended towards excusing his abusive and honestly rapey tendencies. But I think what makes this particular interaction between Trevor and Franklin stand out is that Franklin is apologizing for something that he did wrong. He laughed at Trevor when he fell, and Franklin took the high road and apologized when he very visibly hurt Trevor emotionally. The same cannot be said for Michael, who Trevor deeply cared about for all of these years. Michael actually betrayed Trevor in a way that matters immensely. This particular interaction with Michael being held hostage by the guard at gunpoint shows that Trevor was a very loyal friend to Michael back in the 2000s. And unfortunately, Michael, from the very beginning, had zero intention of honoring that loyalty. I think it's fair to say that Michael is a genuine scumbag. Say what you will about Trevor and its abusive and honestly rapey behavior, but Michael is utterly shameful in every single one of his convictions. And in a way, where Trevor does step on other people to get what he wants, Michael has actually outdone Trevor on that front. Michael literally coordinated with the federal government to have Trevor killed, and yet someone else died in Trevor's place. Clearly that's weighing on his mind and all, but fucking hell, you're a piece of shit. So then which one would I kill if I had to choose? Unfortunately, it wouldn't be either Trevor or Michael, but rather it would be both. Neither of these people are redeemable. They are abusive and they are manipulative, and more importantly, for different reasons. If there was an option D where I could kill both of them, I would be choosing that option. But no, I don't want to take sides, so I'm gonna spare their lives. So Lester can apparently summon the protagonist characters and all of the enemy factions to this one building. They kill all the enemy factions, they kill all the leaders, and they drown Devin Weston into the Pacific Ocean. Fuck yeah.
Hey, my bad, homie. I picked C. Ain't that a bit?
And I mean, yeah, my gripes aside, this game fucking rules. There's a lot that I didn't go into throughout this video. I wish I went further into, but it would take from the brevity of the whole video. Trevor is kind of an asshole to Lester for no reason. Franklin's driving ability is fucking goated. And the plenty of anti-union propaganda littered throughout the whole video, even though Rockstar is the biggest union buster in the entire video game industry. Keep that in mind for when GTA 6 comes out, y'all. But yeah, I had a great time playing this game, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to play it 13 years ago when it initially came out. But yeah, probably gonna be the same situation with GTA 6 because the economy right now is a lot worse than it was when this game came out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll do a fucking review of Yakuza Like a Dragon next. We'll see. Take care, y'all.